guys, it's your girl Naturally Nada here, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about higher education. I recently have gotten into grad school, hence the t-shirt. After 10 long years of not being in any type of school at all, I graduated college in 2010 actually. While I was in college and even after, I never thought that I would pursue a higher degree. But I wanted to make a video like this because you never know what the future is going to bring to you. So if you are lucky enough to get into a 4-year college and you're given that opportunity to make the most out of it, which is something that I did not do, and I definitely do regret that. So I wanted to make this video right here because I am beyond blessed to have even been able to get into grad school. I'm going to be going to Lipscomb University, which is in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll explain everything in a minute, but that is the grad school that I did get into for a master's in instructional practice, which will basically certify me to teach. All my high school graduates that are going to college, and anyone even in their first or second year of college, should definitely watch this video because I've been there, I've done that, and I did it wrong. If you're interested in hearing the top 5 mistakes that I made in undergrad, you know what to do. Just please stay tuned. But before we get into it, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button and also the gray notification bell beside it so you can be notified of any of my future uploads. So yes, let's go ahead and get into it.
Something to hold on. Find you when you were so broken.
That I'm even here today being able to say that I got into graduate school is a miracle. It really is. The whole reason that I'm able to even be in grad school is because of my job. I do work in the public school system in my town, and it's like a job embedded degree. You get the degree and you also automatically have a job. So I applied for that with my school system and I got it. I got accepted into the program and I am forever grateful. That's a little bit of the backstory from my undergraduate career all the way to now. And you never know where your future is going to take you. I really want to emphasize that. I never thought that I would be here. I never thought I would want to pursue a master's degree, but here I am. When you are in college, you definitely want to always have that to fall back on. You want to have that foundation just in case if you do want to pursue a higher degree. It doesn't even have to be for a higher degree. It could just be for a job. Having a good, solid college foundation with a good GPA, with references from college, you know, all that will just look good, period, for the rest of your life. So you do not want to waste your college career making some of these mistakes. So the first mistake that I made was not taking it seriously enough. That is one of the biggest mistakes that I made. I think it's because I did not know what I wanted to do when I got there. Before I got there in high school, I was not really thinking about, okay, what do I want to do? What are my long-term goals? What is anything? I just, you know, got accepted into college and I went. I did not know what I was going to major in. I did not choose a major until I was a junior. I was just flying by the seat of my pants, winging it, as you could say, and that really just messed me up. My advice is to definitely take it seriously. Figure out what you want to do before you get there. That means you do not have to go straight from high school to college. If you need to take a year off or 2 years off or whatever to really discover what you want to do, I highly recommend that, because otherwise you're just wasting time, you're wasting money, you're wasting your life. It's just an overall waste if you're just going to college and you have no idea why you're there. The next mistake that I made, I had a low GPA. I know you've heard the sayings like C's get degrees, or even what I have normally heard is D's get degrees, and I can attest that they do. They do get degrees, but people that have a lot of C's, D's, you definitely don't want those. F's, you definitely don't want that. Those are the kind of people that probably will not go to graduate school, and they will not have a great GPA to show off on job applications or things like that. So that's a huge mistake that I did make. I did graduate, but my GPA was not up to par. My GPA was a bit substandard. You do not want a substandard GPA, period. It doesn't matter if you're going to be pursuing a graduate degree like me, but if you do plan on it, or even if you don't, you want to have a good GPA. Otherwise, why are you there? Once again, you're wasting time and money. You're not spending that amount of money and that amount of time and that amount of, stress, studying, everything like that to leave with a low GPA. You want to leave there with the highest GPA that you can possibly get. You want to make A's and B's, as many A's really as possible. So the third mistake that I made in undergraduate school was definitely partying too much. I went to a huge party school, University of Tennessee at Knoxville. It is a party school. It's like unreal. And that's honestly one of the reasons that I chose to go to that school. Just being 100% honest, I wanted to go to a big school and I wanted to go to a party school. I lived a very sheltered life when I was growing up. I barely got to do anything, go anywhere. So I wanted to go somewhere where there was a huge social life. I don't even want to get into it. It was crazy. I'm just happy to be alive. Seriously, that's how crazy the school was. My experience there, it was wild. It was so much fun. But there's a balance that you definitely want to have when you go to college. Yes, you are completely free. That freedom went over my head. Nobody telling me when to get up. Nobody telling me that I can't go here. Nobody telling me that I have to go to bed. Simple things like that, especially when you're that young. Went from one extreme to the other. It really blew my mind, and I went all into the party life, and that, as you can imagine, affected a lot of other mistakes that I made. The ones that I already mentioned, which was not taking it seriously enough. I was focused on partying and getting a low GPA. You're partying all the time. You're probably not spending the amount of time that you need to be studying, that you need to be preparing for things, stuff like that. So too much partying is something that you could easily fall into when you go to college, and I highly, highly discourage you from doing that. If you're there to party, you really are. It's one of the best times of your life. College is. It was one of the best times of my life. So I am not saying don't party. I'm saying turn up. I'm saying get lit, but also study. So that leads me into the fourth mistake that I made in my undergraduate career, which was definitely putting more emphasis on my friends than my future. College is only about 4 to 5 years of your life, and then you're going to go on and you're going to have to live the rest of your life, which is hopefully a very long life, not in that situation. And you probably will outgrow those people. You will outgrow that time in your life. You will change. You will grow up. You will want to be a professional human being. Don't want to have focused all your time on friends or boyfriends or girlfriends more than your future, because the 4 to 5 years of your life compared to the time you turn 23, 24, all the way until your 30s, 40s, 50s, is such a larger amount of time than that little bitty time that you're going to spend in college. Put so much emphasis on my friends and spent so much time with them, and having them I'm not even friends with anymore. Nothing's going to just happen for you. You're going to have to work for everything, so you need to focus on yourself rather than other people. So the last regret that I really wanted to mention to you guys about my undergraduate career, that I did not build relationships with professors. I didn't go to office hours for professors. I didn't network. Networking is such a huge part of life, and I never really realized that until I got older and I got in the real world. Being in the real world will just open your eyes to so much. College is like a little bubble, and then there's the real world, and you will really be shocked about how the real world works. Networking is such a huge thing, and sometimes it really is who you know. I really wish I would have built some relationships with the people that were already successful, the professors at school. Maybe joined a little bit more clubs and activities, just to network with people. Those can be lifelong professional contacts that you can always fall back on, but really building relationships with the professors and going to their office hours and letting myself be known, because those people can be references for the rest of your life. Jobs always ask for references. If you've built a relationship, especially a really good one, with professors at your school, you could use those over and over and over again for references, and they will be happy to do it for you. I'm so happy now, from working and having different jobs and finally building my professional life up. I do have good references. College is a good place to start with building those references, and then when you get out into the real world, doing a great job at the jobs that you're hired at. References and knowing people and networking is just so important, and I really think that I should have started that in college. Alright guys, so we've reached the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed these tips that I gave you. It's so important to do your best. Do your best in everything that you do. You always want to do things with a spirit of excellence. You don't want to just scrape by or scoot by in anything that you do. You always want to do everything to the best of your ability, and that's something that I had to learn later in life. But now I do know it. I'm going to go from now until the rest of my professional life doing everything with excellence and making the most out of every situation that I'm in. I'm going to graduate school, and I'm definitely going to graduate with the highest GPA possible that I can get. I want a 4.0. That is my goal. So yes, I'm going to be getting very busy within the next month, and I have taken some time off because I want to just really prepare myself, and my videos might change up a bit. It might be less beauty and more about professional videos or my professional life. Stay tuned for a classroom tour when I do graduate and I become a teacher. It could be 10 years into my career, but I'm not because of some of the mistakes I made. So it's better to just not make these mistakes that I made, so you can start your professional career earlier. You can retire earlier, because that's real life retirement, providing for your family. I do have kids. I want to make them proud. I want them to have a great life. So that's another reason I'm taking this next step in my life, and I'm just so happy that I'm able to do it despite the mistakes that I made. If you're going into undergraduate, you are so lucky because you have a clean slate. You can start off right and end right. You can go ahead and start it off strong and end strong, and go ahead and set yourself up for a lifetime of success. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I cannot wait to hopefully see y'all in my next one. Bye.